Hey guys, it's Becky and Kendra at Market Mamas back with you today. We're so glad you're here.
Yes, hi everyone. Today we have a bit of a controversial topic to discuss. It's the debate of when trading becomes a type of gambling addiction versus a credible skill and avenue to earn financial freedom.
Yes, I'm so excited for this episode. This topic has come up for Kendra and I many times in the last few years as we've been learning to trade. The root of it is the distinction between a dangerous addiction with momentum for destruction versus a powerful opportunity to build an empire with passion and dedication. The lens with which you see it paints the experience in very different lights. I'm going to be honest with you. I've had days where I absolutely saw and experienced both perspectives. Like, I understand this debate on every level.
Completely. Well, let's talk it out. First, the addiction angle. All right. Some days I have such a hard time walking away from the charts, and mostly every trade I enter, I feel the heightened emotions that it gives me to one degree or another. If you trade, you can probably relate. There is real money and risk on the line. You could very quickly have your account red and a loss, or conversely, green and growing. Either way, it will create an emotional response because, after all, I'm not an AI trading robot. When I win, I feel the dopamine rush, and it's undeniable and it's exciting. Why wouldn't it be? Why wouldn't I want more? And when I lose, the potential regret or frustration I can feel is so heavy. When my emotions and body are in either extreme state, it can be a struggle to maintain neutrality, logic, focus, and most important, risk management. So after one trade, win or loss, I have had to learn to force myself to be aware of these feelings and do my best to walk away if I'm not evenly killed enough to still make winning choices at the charts. So this has taken time and it's still a work in progress for me because it can absolutely feel like a high and the urge to take more is strong.
I could not agree more. When thinking about addiction and my own relationship with trading, I've had to think about a true drug or alcohol addiction and what it is that makes that dangerous. I think the ability to maintain control over your actions and respect the consequences is the biggest factor for me. The only way trading can truly be sustainable and compound into successful, regular financial income is if you're in control of your executions and your risk management. If every trade is treated independently and you regularly win more than you lose, there are a lot of influencing factors to that simple plan. But the core of it is what has to be honored. I have to manage the cravings, balance your life, call out risky emotions in real time, and respect their power. Acknowledge and walk away when I'm no longer at my best level to execute from. It's easier said than done. The maturity that this takes is not built overnight, far from it. This goes back to the teenager analogy. When you're first tasting something really fun and new, it makes you curious, and you're not yet fully aware of the potential downsides. But after you blow a few accounts, it has to be faced if you're going to continue in this line. The cravings and compulsion to trade more and try to catch every swing of the market has to be dealt with and in a healthy manner to curb that addictive pull.
That is definitely the darker side of trade that's, early on everyone has this love affair with, right? I do think that there there's no trader success story out there that I've heard of at least that has not had to go through this period of damaging accounts, losing accounts, and it's just the hard knock lessons of becoming a consistent day trader. You will be knocked down, it will hurt, and you will pay. Many quit after, letting those feelings of shame, fear, uncertainty, failure overtake their potential to push on. You have to be able to take the pain and get back up and, push through the next level. The saying goes, no pain, no gain. It's cliche, but it's true nonetheless. It's a real challenge to not be consumed by the risk and fight with the market. And just respecting the fact that when we win, someone else loses. And when someone else loses, we win. It's not personal. It's respecting the probabilities of this business. And that's very essential. So regardless of the outcome, a desire to learn how to do better, to see it more clearly is the most healthy approach. There's always room for improvement, even on the greenest of green days. I want to channel my energy into the most productive and effective way.
Yeah, seriously, it's good. Absolutely. So with the alcohol analogy, I want to have a drink or two during an evening with friends, but maintain composure, safety, and health so that I can minimize the hangover. You can see the substance as a choice when conditions are right, rather than a drug that I need to feel some kind of way. That's my approach. Works for me well. I am not engaging in a need to be drunk to have a good time every night, but rather enjoying an activity in the right circumstances with risk mitigation. In this way, it adds value to my life without taking from it. Relate that to trading. With maturity comes my ability to only trade when I have adequate rest, completed my thorough analysis, made my trade plan, and have fully accepted the risk of each trade before entering it. And then call it a day when I have reached my daily point target, my maximum acceptable loss, or just don't have time to trade anymore. That ability to stop when indicated from trading in a certain day is really significant. That's a big part of sustainability as well. So there's a lot of maturity that plays into managing trading, just as one could manage alcohol.
Yes, great analogy. As I've matured with my trading, I now see and feel the market as part of who I am. One of the reasons we refer to our instruments as Mrs. and her often, if you haven't noticed, is because our goal at Market Mamas is to respect her, to move with her, to let her lead. I recognize the days where I might engage in fix-it mode, as we call it, and let a small loss turn into an even bigger loss, just trying to get my P&L back to green or maybe even just neutral. I have traded on tilt or participated in conditions that I knew did not favor my game, and it usually doesn't go well. However, those days, they are becoming, fewer and far between, and I am improving on catching myself in real time and managing myself better. I'm learning my best setups and my proven edge by studying my own data from my executions when things are not shaping up or looking ideal for my personal parameters. Instead of being desperate to trade and get a little creative, I can inject logic and maintain a state of self-restraint until I see a real opportunity within my trade plan.
Yeah, that's amazing. It's great to see and feel our progress. It's kind of fun to be able to recognize the evolution that we've made. And it's like, oh yeah, I used to do that all the time and it didn't go well. And now it's like, it's less. It's a good way of putting it. Okay, Market Mama community. I want to know what your experience is with this. Have you ever wondered if your trading was an unhealthy addiction? In my reddest periods, I will fully admit that I did. I was afraid and nervous. Thank goodness for my ride or die trading partner, excellent mentors, a strong community around me, because I was able to call out these emotions and tackle them head on. The reality is that I am a wife and a mother, and I'm too responsible in all the other aspects of my life to just fuck around here and treat it like gambling. It's not gambling to me. Trading is a business opportunity that is truly challenging on way more levels than most, but also potentially incredibly rewarding, like lifetime generational changing rewards. This is a journey, and to expect rapid results is not realistic. But persistence is paying off, and I love how far I can see that this is taking me. I've taken the trading passion path over the potential addiction path with my eyes wide open and safeguards in place that enabled me to stay in this game. It's been a big difference, and it's nice to be able to see the different ways that it could go and to choose how I approach it.
I love that so much. Okay, for me, I believe addiction can only be conquered with obsession. In trading, this can look like an obsession to continue to define and refine what, how, and why I execute the way I do on a daily basis. That ability to reframe the addiction to actually work my weaknesses is what can transform my trading into a business that I can take pride in and enjoy, but more so respect and manage my risk with. It's my experience that this has taken a lot of growing pains to get to this place, and I know I'm just starting.
Yes. We aren't and we will never claim to be trading experts. We are humbled mamas who know enough to recognize the dangers of trading and choose to respect them so that we can climb to the highest peak. There are similarities between an addictive activity such as gambling and day trading, and that needs to be fully appreciated. But every adult who attempts trading needs to work that out for themselves, both in their intellectual as well as their psychological minds. We know it has not been an easy adventure to travel, but by doing it openly and leaning into each other and our communities, it's been really helpful to help navigate this. That's why we're talking about it here. We want to hear from you guys on this controversial conversation because I have a feeling we're not the only ones who have had these thoughts and discussions.
Totally. Please let us know your thoughts about today's topic. And as always, thank you for joining our discussion at Market Mamas, and have the best day. Please like and subscribe and come back and see us more. Bye.
Thanks. Bye, guys.